Hello everyone, welcome to my very special 10,000 subscribers celebration video. I'm so excited to reach 10,000 subscribers on our channel. I can't believe I've hit 10,000 subscribers, it's such a huge number, and it's all thanks to you guys for all your ongoing support. So welcome to all my new and old subscribers. Some of you have been with me from the very beginning, so that's 3 years, just over 3 years, and I've also had a lot of new subscribers recently, so welcome to you too. I've also had a beautiful gift from a very special friend of mine, and I'll try to show you this because there will be some reflection. Can you see there? And it says, Evoke ASMR, congratulations for passing 10,000 subscribers, and it's just a little take on the YouTube plaque, so I'll try and get in a little bit closer there. Can you see? So that was just a lovely, lovely surprise, so thank you so much for that. It's going to go in a very special place in the house. I just got to find room for it. So I'm just going to pop this down. And because it's a special video, I wanted to show you my new PVC outfit. It's actually a dress. It's from Honor Clothing and it's beautiful. It's so comfy and it makes amazing sounds. So for this 10k video, I would like to answer some of your questions. Thank you to all of you who sent questions in via my community post on YouTube. I've got some here to answer, but I thought what I would do, I would intersperse some questions with some of the favourite triggers from this channel, which you've all enjoyed. So I've got the PVC, I've got some rubber gloves, I've got some vinyl gloves, and I've got my surgeon's gloves to wear throughout. Okay, and I thought that I would give you a little ear exam along the way too, because that's a very popular trigger on my channel. So, I don't know how much of this outfit you can see, but I love the black and white, and I have the very sticky gloves. I must apologise if my voice sounds a little bit nasally and raspy. I'm still recovering from being ill for the past few weeks, and some days my voice is okay, some days it's not, and it's not so good this evening, so I do apologise. So I thought I'd start with a few questions, and I'll read out a few questions, then I'll go on to a different trigger sound. So the first question is from Camber Maple Gaming. Hello there. And they asked me, what trigger do you like doing the least? Well, it has to be eating and mouth sounds. I very rarely will do anything along those lines, as you can probably tell if you watch my videos. It's just one of those things that I can't listen to. I don't like making, and that's probably one of the only triggers that I really don't enjoy. So really over-pronounced wet mouth sounds and the sounds of eating, they're just one thing that I just really don't enjoy, so they will be the least enjoyable thing for me to create, to be honest. That's why you don't really see that on my channel. Okay, so let's move on to Delcash Noct. Hello there, Delcash. Thank you for your question. And they ask, where do you draw your inspiration from when crafting the personality of your characters? That's a really good question. For some of the, I should say for part of the characters, it's the real me. So I just inject some of me into like Dr. Sarah, Nurse Sarah, even Marcy. But particularly for the medical characters, I have drawn from medical professionals that I've worked with along the way. And I also watch videos of medical professionals and seeing their bedside manner and training videos that I watch as well to get some good ideas. So I try and bring in little facets of those people, and there's a little bit of me, and maybe, you know, some people that I've generally known throughout my life. But I like to use certain people as role models, particularly doctors and nurses that I've worked with in the past, because I've worked with some amazing people. And although I'm not a doctor or nurse myself, but yeah, it's nice to work with some wonderful people, so I could pick up a few things from those along the way with their mannerisms. But a lot of it is actually just me. I hope that answers your question. Okay. Make a few little sounds. Next question is from Stephen Wildsmith. Hello there, Stephen. And he says, I would love to know which direction and themes you'll try with your ASMR characters. Excellent question. I think I'm going to try and do a little bit more in the way of cosplay moving forward. My recent Catwoman video was so much fun to do, and a lot of people have asked me to do more of Catwoman, so I think there'll be more cosplay, and obviously I'd like to do lots more medical things and maybe introduce a new character. I haven't really thought of what to do yet, but I do feel that I need to kind of create a new character as well, so look out for this moving forward. And let's move on to, I'm really sorry if I get your name wrong here. Is it Susquin? Sorry if you can hear any traffic noise, by the way. The road has gone crazy tonight. And they ask, I would like to know if you have an idea that is difficult to produce, but you keep playing with in the back of your mind. Interesting question, thank you. And they also say thank you and I love your work. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support. There's been lots of medical procedures that have crossed my mind for videos. And I thought, I can't do this because it's too technically difficult, and a lot of procedures would have the patient asleep. Well, I obviously need you, the viewer, the patient, to be awake for the procedure. So I have a lot of medical things that I've toyed with as sort of medical imaging videos and different surgeries, but it's how to perform it while the patient is awake. It wouldn't be so realistic, but maybe let me know what you think, because there are many surgeries that could be performed, I guess, but you would normally be asleep for. So if there's anything you can think of that you'd like to see that you would normally be asleep for, then maybe I could try and work on something and do it while you're awake. But yeah, quite often it's medical things that I think about and I just stall on creating them because I'm like, I'm not sure how that's going to work. So what I'll do, I will just change my gloves, and I'm going to bring these beauties out. My glam gloves, rubber, a few people have requested these, and they have the shiny rock on them. Make a few sounds. Right, let's have another question. And the next question is from Richard Starkey. Hello there, Richard. Thank you for your question. And Richard asks, is the wonderful Marcy based on anyone in particular? No, she's not based on anyone in particular. She is kind of based on many people that I've come across in my life, to be fair, with a little bit of me as well. I think we all have that little inner voice sometimes, you know, we look at somebody and think, oh gosh, you know, who are you, or what are you wearing, type thing, whereas most of us would keep it to ourselves. Marcy says it. I think also with Marcy, she's very kind, but always feels that she's kind of put on by friends to do things. I think she's deeply insecure, and I think also that she is the way she is because she likes to try and make herself feel better by belittling other people, and that's not me, but I have met people like that in my life. So she's kind of a little mixture of many things, but there is a little bit of me in Marcy. She is so fun, isn't she, to play? And it's when I see that wig, I put it on and I'm her straight away. So, yeah, I think Richard had another question. Oh, how much background work goes into creating your weekly video, especially the medical roleplay ones? Sometimes quite a lot, because if it's a procedure that I'm not completely au fait with, I do my research. I watch videos on that procedure. I will read about it, try and see it being performed as much as I can, or to listen to doctors talk about it. So I do my research, and then of course I will make some notes and, you know, mentally store in there what I need to do, and then obviously I need to get props together and think about how it's going to go, because I have to plan out how it's going to work. So yeah, there's quite a lot of work goes into them, some more than others. But yeah, and then of course it's the filming and all the editing afterwards. But I do have to do some research, because whilst they're not going to be 100% accurate, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a surgeon or a dentist. I do my best to try and make them as realistic as possible, but at the same time as calming as possible too. So yeah, and they're normally well received, so that's great, because I love to do the medical role plays. So let's make some more sounds. These are very glamorous, aren't they? I just thought it would be nice to bring in a few of the favourites for this special video. Okay, let's change these for another pair of gloves and have some more questions. Okay, what shall we have next? Let's go with the lovely surgeon's gloves. These are latex and squeaky. I really love sounds, and I'm really happy that a lot of you do too. Okay, let's have some more questions. So, ASMR Musings Mashups, hi to you. Ask me, how did you get into ASMR? And also Alex T has asked a similar question as what prompted you to start making videos yourself. So hi Alex and ASMR Musings Mashups. Basically, I started to watch ASMR probably around 6 years ago or so now. I may be wrong now, maybe a little bit longer. But if you've seen earlier videos of mine, you will know that I suffer from a condition called fibromyalgia, which gives widespread pain but also can cause lots of problems with sleeping. And I discovered ASMR at a time when I was particularly feeling unwell, and I found it relaxed me so much, and I realised I could get tingles as well. So I used it to help me sort of as a distraction from discomfort, but also it used to help me drift off to sleep. And if I ever woke up in the night, I would just pop on my sleep phones and listen to ASMR, and I would find that I would drift off again, whereas if I didn't do that, quite often I would just lie awake, and in turn that actually makes fibromyalgia symptoms even worse. So it kind of broke that vicious circle of not sleeping. It was to help really with the fibromyalgia. But what prompted me to answer Alex's question is that I thought, well, I really wanted to give something back, and I was like, should I do this? I wasn't a stranger to performing in any way because I'd done a few musical things in my time, and always liked photography, and I used to enjoy having my photograph taken by college students when they were practicing their camera skills. This was many years ago, and I thought, I think I could put myself in front of a camera. It was quite nerve-wracking at first, but I just wanted to do it because I wanted to see how much of a difference that I could make to somebody with ASMR, if I could relax them, give them some tingles, because I just thought, I know how wonderful it can feel, and I just really wanted to see how others would feel if I did it. And 10,000 of you have subscribed to me, so I must be doing something right along the way. I hope that's answered your questions there. And Alex T also asks, who was your first ASMRtist? Now, I think I discovered a couple of people around a similar time, and they were Massage ASMR, Dimitri, an Australian ASMRtist, and ASMR Requests. I think her name's Ali. And this would have been about 6 years ago, and I discovered them early on and just watched all of their content, and I was like, wow, what is this? And they were really the first two artists that I discovered, and then of course I went on to discover lots more, and managed to work with many and become friends with many, and it's been just amazing. But Massage, ASMR and ASMR Requests were my first artists that I discovered. Okay, next question is from Nutty Ella. Hello there, Nutty Ella, thanks for your question. Do your family, friends support you doing ASMR? That's a great question, and yes, they do. I'm not saying that everyone understands it or necessarily enjoys it, but everybody has been really supportive, my family, my friends. It's been amazing. I've not hidden it from anyone. Everybody knows that I do this. My mum doesn't really understand it. She says things like, why do you talk like that? Why do you whisper, or why do you talk softly, and all these silly things you do with your hands? She doesn't get it. But, you know, that's fine. But she's happy for me, and she was just delighted when I told her I'd got 10,000 subscribers on my channel. So, yeah, family, friends, all been really supportive, which I am so thankful and grateful for. Okay. Next question is from Marco, aka Wolfgar. Hello there, Marco. Thanks for your question. At first he says, "Hi Sarah, maybe we could get a studio tour where you can show us where your ideas come true." I have actually done, it's a very short little snippet, but on TikTok. So if you watch my TikTok, there is a video on there where I do show you some of the equipment, but I maybe will do a proper ASMR video one day in the studio. I need to set another camera up so you can see exactly what I use, but that's something I could possibly do. And he also asks, what is your favourite character of my ASMRs? Gosh, it's hard to select one. I think Dr. Sarah is probably my favourite character of the medical characters, but also Marcy. I'm kind of torn between Dr. Sarah and Marcy because they are just so different. But yeah, Dr. Sarah and Marcy, it's kind of a tie between the two. And next question is from Bearded Wheelbarrow. I love that name. Hi, thanks for your question. When did you start getting into ASMR? Well, I think I may have answered that a little bit earlier on actually, but I think it was around 6 years ago. It could be a little bit longer, but around 6 years ago was when I first discovered it, and I've loved it ever since. And you know, although I make my own content now, I still regularly watch ASMR. There are some wonderful artists appearing all the time. But I still revert back to my old favourites. Most of them are still making content, and I still watch them regularly. And yeah, it's been a wonderful 6 years of enjoying ASMR, and a wonderful 3 years creating it. So before we do some more questions, let's make some noise with the PVC. And the latex covers. It's really lovely and shiny. First time I've worn it, brand new. Okay, more questions. So, Red Panda, hello Red Panda, asks, how long does it take to film a video? Well, that's an interesting question. It depends on the video. But on average there would be an amount of time to plan the video. So I would sit down, sometimes it might take me 15 minutes, sometimes it could take an hour just to plan a video out. But put some ideas down, how would it be executed, what props do I need? And then of course it's the time to get the props. If I haven't got props, I would have to order them. But if I've got them, then that's fine. And then of course it's making sure everything is set up, the lighting, the camera, the audio equipment, everything's set up. I've got the right background that I need for that video. And of course it's getting ready for the video as well. So, you know, the actual planning and setting up, you know, if you allow a couple of hours for that, maybe, all in. And then of course getting ready, so you've got, you know, whatever you're going to wear, or plan whatever you're going to wear, so you've got to allow half an hour for that. And then of course it's actually filming it, so depending on how long the video is. And then of course you've got all your editing time afterwards. Now, editing, as anybody that creates videos will know, can be really straightforward, or it can be a real pain. Particularly if any noises go outside, I'm going to have to cut bits out, or you know, and edit in the, you know, take out some of the noise if I can, or sometimes parts have to come out. And then if it's green screen, sometimes that can take a little bit more editing, because of really just the way it is sometimes. Although I try and get the lighting as good as I can, sometimes it hasn't been quite right, so I have to tweak all the keying and the green screen. But if it's a straightforward, you know, plain background and nothing too technical, and there's not too much in the way of things I need to cut out, you know, the editing can be quite quick. So a half an hour video, if it's straightforward, I would say is generally edited within an hour or so, because I do edit it and then I watch it all the way through again to make sure. But obviously if it's a half an hour video that's got a few issues, or it's green screen that needs tweaking, or audio that needs tweaking, you know, it could take a couple of hours or more, really. You know, I've had some that have taken me like 3 hours because they've been problematic, so it's hard to say, you know. So there's a good several hours involved in one video. You know, maybe a half an hour video, there could be a good several hours work involved, so it's not always a quick process. Okay. And Jamie Goddard, hi Jamie, you asked me what got me into PVC. And the PVC clothing and the PVC gloves that I wear them purely for the sound, for ASMR. I discovered it made a really lovely sound, and I was like, oh, and I love that sound myself. And I think it looks lovely. I love the shine of it and stuff, but it's really just for the sound. So when I just wanted some different gloves in the first instance, and I had some PVC, and they were like, oh, I love that sound, and I got some PVC clothing, and I just love the sound. So it was just how I discovered it, just really by hearing the sound of it. So I've now got lots of, well, I say lots, quite a few pieces of clothing and several pairs of PVC gloves. I say this is brand new. I've also got a new lace-up top and long lace-up PVC gloves that you've not seen yet. I've also got a long black raincoat, and I've got some like vinyl PVC rain mats as well to show you, so they'll feature in another video, so look out for those. So I hope that's answered your question. And a question here from C. Thank you, C. What were your first experiences triggers? I know exactly what these were. Hair brushing when I was little used to give me the tingles and really relax me. And eye tests as well. I've always loved eye tests. So, you know, when the optician would come in really close and with the ophthalmoscope with that wheel and that sound and saying, you know, is that better or worse? And the sounds of the lenses going into the glasses as they test your eyes. Oh, I just love that, and I still love that now. Although a lot of the tests are automated now. But yeah, those are my first triggers. So I think it's time to change the gloves and move on. Okay, let's remove these. Make an amazing sound. So if any of you are wondering why my videos often have a cut around 15 minutes, it's because my camera doesn't film any longer than around 15-16 minutes. It changes the file to a new file and it can cause like a blackout. So what I do is I try and find an opportune time around 15 minutes to make a transition or a cut, like I just have done in this video twice so far. Okay, so let's move on to the black vinyl gloves. A little bit of a squeak there. And before I give you a lovely ear exam, I'm going to answer some more questions. Okay. So, I'm just going to flip over my page. And the next question is from Diana M. Hello Diana, thank you for your question. What is your favourite ASMR video? Oof. Gosh, I have so many super favourite videos, but when anybody asks me this, the first video that comes to mind, so that's the one that I'm going to mention, is Massage ASMR, his character Dr. Dimitri, and the face skin exam. That's probably about 6 years old, and that's one of the first videos that I watched from Massage ASMR. I still listen to it weekly. I just absolutely love it. There's so many lovely little sounds in it, and just the way he talks to you, and I don't know, I think it's because it brought me a lot of comfort then, it still does now. So yeah, Dr. Dimitri's face skin exam on Massage ASMR channel. I love his Dr. Dimitri character, I really do. And next question is from Bob1. And I think Marco, aka Wolfgar, also asked a similar question. What is your favourite outfit to wear and why? I really do love becoming Marcy. I think I may have said this earlier, but I love to put on that red wig, and the second it's on I become Marcy. I just love that wig. But I also love to wear the gloves and the nice sounds of the PVC or leather clothing as well. Really love these kind of things, so I really do love to wear the gloves, because gloves have always been a favourite sound of mine. Different types of gloves. Yeah, and I quite like to wear the surgeon outfit as well, when I wear these scrubs, and sometimes the surgeon's gown and aprons and the surgeon's scrub caps. I quite like that as well. But I definitely do like to put on the Marcy wig. And recently it's been fun to do these sci-fi videos as well, because I've got some really nice outfits for that, some that kind of nice full suits, cosplay suits. They're quite nice. But it's really nice to wear this because I know it makes just lovely sounds that people enjoy. So what else have we got? Oh, and Red Panda also asks, what are my favourite triggers? Well, I think I may have just answered that one, but I absolutely love glove sounds. I love personal attention in medical videos, so I love to watch medical videos where people are doing like skin, face, skin, ears, or anything to do with ears and ASMR is probably one of my real favourite triggers. But close-up medical exams and also the sounds of fabric as well. So I love like the gloves. I love crinkly starched clothing, like crinkly shirts. I know that, as I've just mentioned, Massage ASMR, and also the lovely Yvette ASMR. I'm going to give Yvette a mention. She also wears a crinkly shirt as well sometimes. It's got an amazing sound, and Dr. Dimitri has one as well. Wonderful, like just the fabric, it sounds amazing. So yeah, those are my real favourite triggers. So I do love the medical close-up inspection type things, ear exams, and like the fabric sounds and glove sounds too. And I've got a few other questions that I've been asked. Some people wanted to remain anonymous, but I'll answer a few of those. Northern Rob ASMR, hello Rob, thanks for your question. You may have seen Rob and I do a collab on my channel a few months ago, which was great fun. So if you haven't checked that out, check that out. Check out Rob's channel too. And also I did a collab with the lovely Yvette, who I've just mentioned as well, so do check her channel. She is amazing, and we have a collab on my channel, which is wonderful. I say it's wonderful, that sounds like I'm blowing my own trumpet, but it's wonderful because she is part of it, and I have loved Yvette for so long. So yeah, and please do give her channel a sub, as well as Northern Rob's as well. So outside of the UK, asked Rob, which countries have you been to? I've been to Croatia and Canada. I'm not that well travelled, to be honest. I didn't really start travelling till probably, I don't know, the past 15 years is really when I started travelling, but been to Croatia many, many times, and a couple of years back I went to Canada. I want to revisit Canada, I want to go to the States, and, you know, catch up with some people and see lots of things that I've wanted to see for a long time. So yeah, and Croatia, I love Croatia, it's so beautiful, it's lovely for a sunny holiday. Which I would love to go on right now, but I guess we're getting to that time of year where it's not so warm, but yeah, maybe next year. But yeah, Croatia and Canada. I've been to Jersey, the Channel Islands in the UK, away from obviously the mainland, and I've been to Ireland as well, which both involve short flights, but they're not that far away. Okay, favourite music. I've been asked what are my favourite music by Northern Rob and Suze Gwyn. Is it Suze? I'm not sure, I'm so sorry. Favourite music. Well, I love music. Music's been my life, really. I love all sorts of things. I've always loved 80s music, electronica, yeah. But also I've loved rock music, some jazz, even some classical, all sorts of things, really all sorts of things. But my favourite era is the 80s, it really is. Oh, what a time to be alive. It was wonderful in the 80s, and I regularly listen to 80s music. And I've got some synthesizers, keyboards, I've done a bit of singing, so yeah, I've done a few things with music. In fact, the intro that you see at the beginning of my videos, that tune there is part of a tune that I created for a series of little videos that a friend of mine did years ago. I made a few little tunes just to go with her videos, but that was many, many years ago. And that excerpt there in the intro is from a track called Dream Touch, and yeah, so I just kind of I replayed it basically, so it's not the original version, but I just replayed it, made a few little tinkly sounds in it, and that's my intro music. So a few people have asked that in the past, what is that music? So yeah, it's something that I wrote and played. Rose asks me, are you more of a cat person or a dog person? Well, I love animals. I absolutely love animals, but I have to say I've only ever had cats. I've not ever owned a dog. I've had other pets. I've had chinchillas, hamsters, but I love cats. Yeah, I especially love big cats like Siberian forest cats, Norwegian forest cats, Maine Coons, that kind of thing. So, you know, the big side of the domestic cat. But yeah, I don't have a cat at the moment, but I think having only ever had cats, I've got to be more of a cat person, haven't I? And ASMR Musings Mashups says, do you have another profession and what industry? I'm actually a qualified holistic therapist. I'm not practicing at the moment, but yes, I've been such for several years now. So I am a Reiki practitioner, and I also offer other holistic treatments as well. So that's something else that you may or may not know about. And I have a question here from, I'll just say the letter S because they want it to be anonymous, and they ask me, how tall are you? I'm 5'5", so not really that tall. I don't come from a particularly tall family, so yes, I'm 5'5". I guess I would have liked to have been taller, but I'm kind of happy how I am. I can't change it. I'm not going to grow any more now. So, yeah. And I've got a message that was sent to me from Tony, and Tony asked me, what colour are your eyes? Well, that's an interesting question because they're a bit of a strange colour. Some people will say I've got green eyes, which I kind of think, yes, they do look green, but they're a kind of a mixture, and I think they have a little bit of like a hazily brown colour around the pupil. So they're a little bit of a mixture. I would say they're more greeny than blue. My mum has quite blue eyes, and my dad has quite sort of hazily coloured eyes. So I really have come up with a mixture, I think. They're not a definite colour. Yeah, so maybe you can't always see it because I'm not always really close to the camera, but yeah, they're kind of a mixture. Anyway, so that's all for the question. I'm just making sure I haven't missed anybody. So thank you so much for sending those questions in. So let's just make a few little sounds. And I'm going to give you a lovely ear exam. So, I'm not dressed as Dr. Sarah because she doesn't tend to dress in PVC, but I have my trusty otoscope, and I'm going to take a little look inside both of your ears, and hopefully that will give you some tingles. So I'll do your left ear first. So I'm going to pull up and back on the ear and insert the otoscope with the little light just into your ear canal and take a little look around. Okay. Alright then. So, just pulling up and back there. Perfect. And just inserting the otoscope very gently into the ear canal. How does that feel for you? Perfect. Just taking a look at your ear canal. That looks nice and healthy. A normal amount of earwax. I can see your eardrum, the tympanic membrane. It's slightly shiny, which is normal. There's no bulging, no wrinkling, no visible bubbles. I can see all the structures behind. The ear canal looks perfectly fine with no redness, no swelling. Just going to reposition a little bit now. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Is that comfortable for you? Good, good, good. Yeah. Everything looks fine. Absolutely perfect. Just going to withdraw that now. There we go. Is that okay? Good. Let's take a look at your right ear. Okay, I'm just going to pull up and back on the ear. Lovely. And gently inserting the otoscope now into the ear canal. There we go. So let's just take a look at that ear canal. You'll feel me moving around just very slightly as I reposition. Okay. Ear canal is absolutely fine. No redness, no swelling, no skin abnormalities. No moisture in there. Normal amount of earwax. Very healthy looking. Just a little bit further down. And there's your tympanic membrane, again looking very healthy. Structures visible behind. No swelling, bulging, no wrinkling, no bubbles, no unusual looking fluid behind, so that's all perfect. Okay. Very good. Okay, let's just have a little look at that canal as I withdraw that. Perfect. That's completely healthy. Just withdrawing that now. There we go. You've checked out just fine. I get a lot of requests for more ear videos, so I will be making some more ear exam type videos for you very soon. So I'm just going to take these off, and I shall put my PVC gloves back on. Isn't this squeaky? Okay, I'll pop these back on and make a few sticky sounds before I go. So, I'd just like to say one more time, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all of your continued support, for all your subscriptions, for your PayPal donations, for purchasing things from my Amazon wishlist, for buying my merchandise. And that just reminds me, until the end of the month there is a discount code for my merchandise on my website at www.evokeasmr.com. Okay. And you can get 10% off everything. It's not just restricted to one thing per order, it's everything in the order. Okay. And the code you need to enter at checkout is Yay 10K. That's YAY 10K. Yay 10K. And that will get you 10% of everything until the end of the month, as a little thank you and a celebration for the 10,000 subscribers. So if you've not seen my website, there is a merch store, so you just need to pop onto there, and there's mugs, there's stickers, there's t-shirts, and there's hoodie. I've had to remove the grey and black hoodie for the time being because they're out of stock, so at the moment there's a white hoodie with a logo on, but the t-shirts and mugs are very, very popular. Thank you so much for everybody that's bought them. I've got a really itchy nose, I'm not sure why. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and it's going to be a premiere, so if you've watched this first time round, I hope you've joined the live chat, which I'll be on. So thank you to everybody, thank you to my family, to my friends, to all my followers, subscribers, supporters, and other ASMR artists that have been amazing. There was many artists that very supportive of me from the outset, so it all means so much. So thank you once again, and let's keep going to the next 10k. Okay, so I'll be back with another video for you next week, but until then, take care everybody, stay safe, lots of love, bye bye.